I love to do hard things. I love to work hard. Probably my favorite part about doing CrossFit, my favorite part about real estate, my favorite part about the things that almost everything I've done in my life, even, my marriage, relationships, things that when things present a challenge, it forces you to go deeper, forces you to dig in, push through, and when you finish something challenging, it feels really good. I think growing up in Utah, I always knew that I was pretty different and that it wasn't really my final landing place. Out of high school, I had a lot of opportunities to go to college for various reasons, off sports scholarships and academic scholarships, but I decided to pursue a career in the music industry. I was in a rock band that got signed in high school, and then I kind of parlayed that into a job in sales and marketing for Capitol Records. Once my daughter was born, I had to kind of reevaluate my life in Los Angeles because I didn't know if I wanted to raise kids in LA, and ultimately the decision to move to a family-friendly city that still had a lot of the cool things that I wanted in my life. Austin kind of is the blend of like the perfect worlds, like Southern California and Utah like combined. The things that drew me to Austin were the active lifestyle, the music, the food, the skyline of downtown, the lake, the trail. Like, we love that. And walking around it every weekend with the puppies and occasionally the kids, if they can make the trek, we'll do that. But it just keeps us connected to, our purpose for being in this city. Another thing that I'm incredibly passionate about is the deaf community. I met my wife about 3 years ago. I spent the next 1.5 to 2 years learning ASL, diving deep into the deaf community. Learning a different language as an adult is hard, but worth every second I spend doing it. Being married to a deaf person's an incredible experience because in a culture where your phone is between you and another person all the time, with your hand up, we can't communicate unless our hands are free and we're looking at each other. I am a communicator. I am somebody that loves relational situations, and so with my wife, it forces that, like the beauty of having to set my phone down and connect with her on a very personal level to have a conversation. And it's also been incredibly refreshing and a reminder that like connection without devices and other things is such a critical part of life. I'm by nature an includer and a communicator, so those two things tend to work out well with people-facing jobs. My favorite part about being a real estate agent is the people. Like, I'm a relationship-oriented person. In my early 20s, I did construction for a long time. So when I look at houses, I'm looking at them completely different than my clients are. I let my clients walk in, and usually I tell them like, hey, let's debrief after we walk through the house, because how I see things is going to be different than how you see things. Clients finding the right house and their place in Austin is a tricky thing. It's really about listening and paying attention to make sure that they get what they're looking for, because oftentimes clients will send me a list of criteria that they want to meet, but then we walk into a house that literally meets virtually none of that criteria, and they just have that feeling. They know, like, this is where I'm supposed to be. There's things you can pay for and things that you can't. You cannot pay somebody to care about you. You cannot pay for somebody to walk into your story and have it matter to them. And that's something that I take a lot of pride in. So my motive for doing this is because I genuinely want to advocate for my clients. It takes work. Like you have to have tenacity. You cannot let up on this stuff. And if you want to be great, you have to do great things. And I'm self-taught pretty much with everything I do. I've been that way my entire life. If I had to bet on one person, it would be me. And that's because I've developed a track record of setting out to do something and accomplishing it. My name is Derek Peterson. I'm a real estate agent with the Veritas Group at Compass.